is Katie and I am a flight attendant for a major US airline here in Seattle. It is currently raining. I feel like we are in a rain cloud as we speak. On this channel we talk about everything from aviation to flight attendant things, trips, travels, adventures. So if you're into anything like that, which I'm sure if you're watching you are, stick along, stay tuned, subscribe. So in this video we're going to go to Lisbon, Portugal. I picked this trip up, I wouldn't say last minute. I did have a plan. There's always a plan, but it doesn't always work out. It's a 3-day, 24-hour layover in Lisbon, Portugal, and I would obviously need to start and end the trip in Boston, so I would have to commute in, which we did, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So the plan was to pick up a trip with my friend, Princess. I've mentioned her actually a lot the last few months because we've worked together quite a bit. She's one of my good flight attendant friends, and we wanted to pick up something, a transoceanic trip out of New York or Boston, because they have quite a bit of TOs, a lot of options. They're on the trade board a lot, so we wanted to pick up something together. Well, I found this position. I told her what was up, and she said, pick it up, pick it up. So I picked it up. I was like, great, I picked it up. This was maybe like 6 days before the trip, 5. We were hoping and praying and wishing that another position would open up for that trip, but nothing ever did. So I ended up going alone, and this is the start of it. I just feel like thrifting. Oh, Kitty is saying hi to the vlog. Like thrifting in Europe is going to be more elite, more chef's kiss. Obviously eat lots of good food, all the beautiful streets. I've heard it's very like steep and hilly, a very hilly city. All right, it's the next day. We're here in Boston. I feel like a lot's happened, but not really. Okay, so like I was saying, got here, went to the crew lounge and just chilled out. Now it is a few hours later. We are delayed about 2.5 hours. It's still happening. I think this is happening. Time for me to just spruce it up a bit. We're taking a Boeing 767, so we're staying optimistic, and I'm going to just listen to some music and get ready now. Delayed just a bit, but we did make it. It shortened the layover a few hours, but you know, I was still fine. I was still happy, ready to visit this new country I've never been to. It was the middle of the day. I decided to go out right away, no nap. This was challenging for me. I'm running on steam. But I'm excited. I'm happy to be there. So we're running on steam, but we're going out. So I did go out with 2 of the crew. We decided to do a hop on, hop off bus tour through the city, and that was amazing. I've always wanted to do a hop on, hop off bus tour. Even if it was in Seattle, I would totally do it. We stayed on for a while. I was honestly kind of like falling asleep, but it was still so amazing to see so much of the city. I stayed on there for almost the whole tour, which was 2 hours. I think the hop on, hop off bus was really what we needed to do to see as much of the city as we could. My 2 other crew members that I went with had never been to Lisbon before either, so it was really new and exciting for all of us. We did hop off eventually and walked around. We did so much walking. I think I hit like literally like 14,000 steps that day. I had an interesting hotel room. It had 2 twin beds. So that was really interesting and different, but luckily it was pretty comfortable. It was like a white, light, collared button-up. It just worked out so well. It still protected the skin, but nonetheless, the next day was wonderful. The coffee in the room was actually instant, but it was really good. I think I drank the whole cup, which is crazy for me because I usually can't drink a whole cup. It's just too much. But I enjoyed that coffee, sat by the window. Oh, good morning, guys. The crack of light woke me up at sunrise this morning. Headphones to block out noise. I did enjoy sleeping on my twin bed. This is definitely a first for me, a twin bed. 2 twin beds in the same room, and they're not able to be connected together. I know that's kind of like a Europe thing. And head back to Boston and then commute home to Seattle. So I'm just enjoying the last few minutes before I have to get up. Stop at a little grocery store. I had to pick up some of the green wine, Verde. So once the trip was over and we landed back in Boston around 4:30, I actually got to hop on a flight from Boston to Seattle at about 6. The most stressed for with this trip, which is crazy because I used to commute. I commuted for my first 4 or 5 months, so I don't know why I was so stressed about that. But all in all, it was a pretty smooth process. I would do it again. However, when I was telling people about this little adventure, I definitely said I would not pick up at a base unless 1, I'm working with a friend for sure, or 2, someone comes with me, like as a passenger or non-rev or something. So as long as someone was with me, I would definitely do this again in a heartbeat. I actually have like a week off next week that I'm kind of eyeing the New York and Boston bases. So we'll see. That's the lifestyle that we're living right now. My schedule is all over the place all the time. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe and like if you haven't already. I appreciate it so much, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.